Good morning. What's up? How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? Happy to be with you this morning. Sure you guys can hear me okay. What up? Put in the chat. What's up, Kev? All right. Let me get my screen shared up here. Been a nice crew this morning. All right. I'm gonna be limited to that. Let me share a window. Let me share my entire screen. All right. What up? What up? What up? All right. Let's pull up the charts. Anything specific you guys are watching this morning? If you are, in the chat down below, I'll take a look at it as well. Again, if I'm laggy or anything like that, let me know, but should be good. Have a couple tabs open. Obviously, Netflix, just wanted to take a look at that. Huge gap up from earnings. If anyone calls yesterday, that's awesome. I don't play earnings. I'm not a gambler, but awesome. Let's look at, so Kevin is asking about PANW balance zone. Let's look at it here. So what time frame are you looking at? Like this, 30-minute? We don't really teach balance theory in the vault. Really, it's more of our insider freedom team. But so yeah, look at this, right? So yes, ideally, I mean, perfect play, right? But we have demand right here, right? So if price is out, right? If we come back in, right, we have something blocking us from getting to the other side, right? So I can't really short that until we take out demand, pull back up, and then I can play shorts here. So it may be a little while before we can actually play this. Probably will end up not being a play because we have demand in the way. Hopefully that makes sense for you, Kev. But because there's demand, there's something blocking us from rotating, right? You want to be careful with that. Doesn't mean you can't play it, right? Either you can only play it to this demand, or you have to wait for demand to break and then a pullback and then get in. Hopefully that helps there. Someone asked about Netflix. Obviously, yeah, Netflix is we had gapped up on earnings. I'm not even touching it today. It's way up here. It's up $50, so not touching it. Up 10%. Let's look at RUM. Looking at all those for you, Christoph. RUM. Rumble. Looking day trade or swing trade. Let me know what you're looking at here. Using our supply and demand, okay, looks like we are forming some supply up in this area, right? From a higher time frame, we are down a lot. So again, we're starting to kind of get that, that shift in trend back up, right? Buyers are starting to step in. So we definitely have, kind of a higher time frame trend change right here. Okay, so sorry about that. We got our trend change right here. So we got our shift in trend, change in character, whatever you want to call it, change in structure, CIS, whatever you want to call it. But we do have that shift in trend, right? That's a good sign for bulls or people that are holding long term. But still, we have kind of a long way to go to see anything. So I don't know if you're looking at a day trade or a swing trade. Okay. Oh, sorry, I see it. Day trade. Okay. So if we go down on a time frame here, okay. Ideally, you don't want to be looking to short. Ideally, I mean, what you can do. So we have demand down in this area from this move up, and we kind of have some demand here. So if you remember in the vault videos, right, we have a rally, base, rally, base, rally, right? So we could continue to rally and base and all that all the way up. So you could look at, longs from here down to here with like a lower time confirmation to play new highs. So I would look for something like this. So we come down, get into demand, react, play something like that up to, that would stop below that low, something like that. There would be a solid trade there for Rumble. And then FCX, let's see, we got some time. FCX. I don't really have a plan today yet, so I'm kind of waiting to see what the market does it open. We're gapping up like crazy, so it's kind of like holding me off from anything specifically. And let me know in the chat, is my volume coming in through? Like, am I lagging when I talk or anything like that? If so, I'm gonna have to invest into probably a new laptop. But just let me know if it's lagging or anything. I'm looking at FCX. I assume you're also looking at this from a day trade perspective. I would assume. So looking at this, obviously we rejected supply here, pretty strong, and the demand we formed here was unable to take out that high. So I'd be cautious kind of trading in this range, right? You know, for a day trade, it's a little bit different, but thanks, Ashley. It really just comes down to, right, if we come back up here, does supply hold, right? If we come down first, do buyers step in, right? And you can play up to there, right? It really just what it depends on. So it's kind of about that reaction you get from the zone, right? If buyers step in at demand, dude, freaking take longs. If they don't, hold off, right? Because what do we know? We know that when demand was formed here, when buyers did step in, we were still not strong enough to take out supply. Right? We are at this higher time frame demand down here. We have demand down here too, right? But there's a very good chance that sellers push us down just a little bit more, right? Kind of down to this demand, stop everybody out below here, and then we start to rip higher, right? So I would say probably be cautious trading this one here. And then what was the other one you said? DD, is that Dunkin' Donuts? I'm just kidding. Is it this? Dew Point day numerators? I've never traded or seen this stock. Okay, this one looks a little bit better for longs, especially on a day trade perspective. I would have liked to caught longs a little bit sooner, but obviously we have supply up here. All right, so supply here. So I either want to pre-market, we're down 13%. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I probably wouldn't touch this. Looks like bad earnings. Oh my goodness, I didn't see that. Yeah, I was like, where is the pre-market? Yeah, I would probably be cautious trading this. Be cautious trading this. Like, I guess to really help you, like, okay, if price comes down here and we start to rip higher, you can catch a move up to here, but I would probably hold off on shorts, right? Because the move already happened, and then I would hold off on longs until we kind of get some reaction and buyer step in. Okay, Thomas, ask about Roku. Okay, I don't personally use moving averages. So again, I just personally don't. So there's a couple trades I took earlier, lost 111. These were back in the fall. Let me clear my chart here. So I would assume hitting on the 50 EMA breaks down or holds. That's how it traded. Trying to learn this way. Yeah. So I mean, if you look at the 50 EMA, let's look at it. Where is it EMA? I literally moving average. I haven't had a moving average in my chart in so long. Is it that? That's EMA. Let's just use it. Hopefully the EMA is fine. Change it to a 50. Hopefully the EMA works. I thought there was like an EMA, MA, and SMA. Again, I don't really use this. So if we look at this here, right, we know we have demand here that we bounced off of. Okay, buyers are strong, right? Again, now holding above the EMA. Gotcha, perfect. I'm gonna take it off. I don't personally like it. To me, it provides too much noise. Market's about to open. We see kind of this reaction, right? Buyers did step in here, right? So, there's a couple ways to trade this. If I'm looking to day trade this, we are gapping up as well. If I'm looking to day trade this, see if we can pull back to this demand, get price at a discount, right? Get that reaction and target these highs, right? That's what I would look at from a day trade perspective, right? See if we can pull back, see if the buyers step in at this demand or down here, and see if we can get a push higher, right? That's what I would play. From a swing trading perspective, okay, there's a couple ways to look at this, right? Really, my swing trade target is going to be probably right here, Okay. If I'm looking at it from this perspective, I know my stop for any trade is going to be here, right? This is kind of my strong low here. All right, this is my low that invalidates longs, right? If this low gets taken out, longs are invalidated, right? Um, so what I want to look for, there's a couple things, right? I can look for move higher. We get the break of structure here and a 50% pullback, right? And I can look to long kind of like this, okay? That's kind of what I look at from a swing perspective. Okay, so do we break this high? Okay, if so, I know my stop's down here, right? Then do we pull back to get some fair value, right? To get a discount, right? Without that discount, you don't get a decent risk reward, right? If you enter here, you don't have a decent risk reward, right? The reason you want your stop down here is because this is what invalidates your trade. If you put your stop here on a swing trade with this target in mind, what's going to happen is this. Price is going to come up, you're going to get stopped out, price is going to go in your favor, which probably happens to all you guys, right? That's why it's very important to have your stop in a place that invalidates your idea, right? Can't stress that enough. But I kind of like that. Let me put, and I do like this for swing opportunities. I've been crushing Roku, so let me put that again. It'd probably be around this area. So let me put an alert up here for that break. That will kind of let us know. Again, this is going to be more of a swing, right? And then we'll put one back down at maybe at $90. And if we get that pullback, then we're solid. Okay, make sure I'm not missing anything before Zim. Are you looking day or swing? Day or swing, Taylor? Let me know that in the chat. If you want me to look at a ticker, ask me day or swing, or say day or swing on that. Just to help me understand what you're looking at. It's kind of in an area of a consolidation. Okay, so we got some balance here, right? So I'd really look for, there's couple ways you could play this, right? MDB day. Okay, thanks, Robert. I got you. Couple ways you can play this. Okay, so you can wait for kind of price to come up, come back down, and then rotate higher like this, like so, right? Let me actually do this, make it a little bit cleaner. Something like this, right? So again, trap everybody out, get everyone out of longs, and then rip higher, right? Think the way market makers think. You know, that's the secret. Think the way market makers think, not the way retail traders think. Market makers. Retail traders are buying at this breakout, right? You're getting stopped out. Market, if you think like institutions, you're gonna trade like institutions. You're gonna win. Okay. So wait for price to tell you what it's going to do. So if we come up here, right, don't get long. Wait for price to rotate back down. Stop everyone out here, right? Stop everyone out of longs. Make everyone flip short, and then they're going to send us higher. Right, that's what's going to happen. That's a decent setup, honestly, from a swing trade perspective. MDB day. So we'll look at a lower time frame here. I appreciate y'all. These are great. Like, this is getting my brain freaking firing. I love it. I love it. Let's look at a day trading perspective. So we didn't really, we kind of gapped up a little bit. Let's look at this. So I don't really know how this moves. So I don't know if it moves kind of slow. It looks like it moves a little slow. So options may be a little weird on here. I really don't know. I never traded it. But like, what do we have, right? So we have, if we look at a lower time frame, the 5 or the 1, right? We have demand form on a gap up, right? From a day trading perspective, okay. Let's look at the 5 because it moves so slow. Again, we gap up, right? We have my high, took out this low, created a new low, then was taken out. Okay, so we have kind of that shift in trend on a lower time frame, right? That break in structure, right? So here I kind of got some options. So, you know, ideally, yeah, you could get in long here and go something like this and target up to here or target up to here, or you could take that. But with how we're selling off, kind of makes me cautious, right? possibly we could do something like this, right? So we come down and I start to bounce, take out these lows, push higher, right? Again, it happens so often. So instead of getting stopped out, wait for that stop hunt to occur. Wait for that stop hunt to occur. Wait for price to push us higher. Get that confirmation with that break structure, that shift in trend. And I don't know if this will happen or not. I don't know why I can't draw that. You may just drift from here and you'll miss your entry. That's okay. Wait for that break of structure, get in a pullback, target up here with your stop below the new low that was formed. That would be something to play there. Again, I've never traded MDB, so I really don't know how options move on MDB. So it could be a little bit more difficult there. Let's get into kind of my watches. So obviously we're gapping up on everything. Hopefully that helped, Robert. Hopefully that helped. Gapping up on literally everything. So again, today's just going to be a weird day on a lot of these large cap stocks, those blue chip stocks. The biggest thing, right, is so many people are like, let's just short down to the gap fill, right? Okay, where do you put your stop, right? What I really want to see is just price pull back for us and we get a reaction. Like, let me know buyers are here. Again, the move happened. Be fine with missing it, right? If you miss the move, that's okay. That's okay. Wait for price to come back to your area of interest, okay? Same for NQ or Qs. Again, we're just bouncing, we're ripping. So the Q and SPY, again, just be more patient with those. Again, I'm only looking at a 15-minute, right? So even this demand zone could fail as well. Apple, this one's not bad. See how we're kind of back at that fair value. This one's not bad at all. I'd like to see price push a little bit lower. Again, it is hard to trade at all-time highs. It doesn't mean we can't, but let's look at it at a lower time frame, right? So what I'd really like to see, again, we already gapped up, right? Form demand. Really like to see boom, price start to push back, boom, and I could target, whatever, but really need the price to come back. I could enter here. You could take a long here, your stop all the way down here, target, 200, 198. Yeah, you could, but I'd rather wait for a low to form so I can have a valid stop. AMD, again, same thing. Just AMD, not bad for maybe some short opportunity here. Let's look at it. So what I'd like to see here, right? What I'd really like to see, okay, on a lower time frame, price push up, stop on these highs, push lower, can target down to here. Okay, that would be a valid trade plan right there. But I kind of need, again, I need that stop hunt. I need that supply to form here, so I can in fact get short. So let me put an alert up here, as well as put an alert down here. Okay, we crushed AMD last week on longs, so if we could crush it again on shorts, that'd be awesome. But again, just waiting. I can't stress that enough. Just wait. Like my mug. If you can for me, guys, go ahead and like this video, so helps the algorithm, so we can help more people, and then also subscribe so when I always go live and when I post videos. Again, gonna really start ramping it up. I'm looking to get a new camera, so hopefully that helps. And again, I probably want to get a new laptop too. Ashley asked, should a stop hunt always be at a supply and demand? Ideally, no. Ideally, you don't want a stop hunt of supply and demand. Ideally, you want those zones to hold. But stop hunts typically occur at previous day highs or previous day lows, okay? Which can end up also being supply and demand zones as well. But ideally, it's more think highs and lows, not supply and demand, okay? You really don't want price to go through demand, because that's showing that demand's weak, right? So, yeah, good question. Same thing with Microsoft. Again, you can't really, not really at supply, we're above supply. So again, kind of that same thesis of what we could do, right? So we know the demand is down here. I don't love it as much for shorts, but again, I really need to see. So we got boom, 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 right? Something like that. That's what I really need to see. So if we put an alert at highs, right? If we don't get that, dude, let's just play the bounce at demand, right? That's okay too. And if we don't get that today, I'm sure we'll get it tomorrow. Trading is not a day by day; it's a week by week. Their Apple dumped, okay? Apple dumped. So with this here, let me see. So right now, in order to kind of get confirmation, I really need this high to break. So I'm going to hold off. I'm going to see if we can go like this and then kind of get in like that, right? Stop on that low. Just form, again, this is my high that needs to break for confirmation. I would like this to see us make a lower low and then break for confirmation. I can target something like this. Something like that, right? Always want to target below supply. So maybe get a little bit better of a pullback, something like this. So let me put another alert a little bit lower. We probably should take out a new low, make a new low. And then I think, where was I at? Tesla, Google maybe? See, I don't know. This looks kind of good. Okay, right? We have high, low, high, break, right? So Google here looks pretty solid for shorts. Go like this. And with Apple dumping, that makes me kind of lean that way. Could be a solid play. Let me look at a kind of a higher time frame here. We are sitting above that high, really fighting the trend. We are really fighting the trend. Want to be cautious of that. Yeah. Could have also done, right? Because when you think about this, right, it's like this. All right. There's a big green candle right there, right? When we gap up, all there is a fast move. There's a big green candle, right? So you'd have to ask yourself, okay, does this actually shift trend? Right? It was quick. It probably does, but we're still fighting that higher time frame trend, right? The more confirmations you can have, the better you're going to be. The more confirmation you have, the less trade you're going to take, but the better you're going to be. Typically, what I look for, right? I look for supply and demand. Okay, and then I look for confirmation. So my confirmations are lower time frame change in trend and higher time frame or my longer term time frame, like the 1 minute on a broader perspective to match what I'm doing, right? So we're in an uptrend. I really only want to be looking for longs, right? We're in an uptrend. Not what we're doing on the daily, not higher time frame, right? Because then I should only ever play longs, right? Especially if I'm trading SPY, because over time SPY only goes up. But what are we looking at on a perspective of our longer term time frame, right? I would say we're in a clear uptrend. I want to be cautious fighting that trend. Do I think this could play out? Yeah, I really think it. I really think it will. I really think it will. Or what could happen is we come up one more time and then we break. Right, gives me even more confirmation. Right, it's telling me that sellers are definitely here. So Google's definitely on my watch list though. So we'll see. Let me see if I'll just see if we can see what happens if we get up here. Because we kind of form that supply. Tessie, looking at Tessie. Honestly, the 50 people that are in here, you guys are going to become great traders. I wish I would have had something like this when I was struggling as a trader. But you guys are gonna crush. Honestly, I'm happy for you guys. Looking at Tessie, so we do kind of get that demand bounce. Apple, what's Apple doing? Apple new low. I love it. I love it. Right now, right, if we can break this high, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Definitely interested in longs. Right. Let me put my alert up here. See what I mean? See what I mean? If I would have gotten in here, I would have got stopped out. You see what I mean? This is how it works. This is how it works. So I need price to come up. All right, so we formed that new low. I need price to come up. Look, we're really starting to come up. I'm going to get a pullback, and I'm going to look to target probably up to here. Let me see, what's that risk to reward there? 1 to 2 risk reward. That's solid. I could, nah, not. So I need that pullback. Well, let's see. Microsoft got that new high formed, right? So if we can come out and take this low, definitely interested for shorts on a pullback. See what I mean? You just gotta wait. You just gotta wait. Price is gonna tell you what it wants to do. So we get stop hunt, push lower. It's freaking that easy. So just wait for it. Google is not doing anything. I was in a Google. I lost on Google yesterday, and I ended up. It was a loss. I ended up winning based off price action, but I got stopped out. Like it ended up going to my favor, but I was too early. I don't know. It was TLM really good. This is what we want to see. Really good. Apple on a daily. Apple on a daily. Let's look at it. Light flickering. I mean, I'll just tell you. I wish I would have bought down here. I'll tell you that, or even down here. But yeah, Apple on a daily. So obviously we are in an uptrend, making higher highs and higher lows. It did look like we kind of stopped under this high. All right, I'm sure a lot of people got long here, but then we pushed back up. Telling me that sellers weren't as strong as we thought. Right. If you're looking for a swing trade, all right, Glenn, I'm going to tell you right now, you probably missed your opportunity. Okay. Your swing trade opportunity came here. It came here. Okay. Not you missed it forever, right? But you really need price to cool off. Okay. So if we're making all-time highs, you don't want to be getting into swings. When we're making you're short currently, okay, let's look at a short perspective. Okay, why are we short? All right, let's talk about why are we short and is it valid to be short? Okay. If you're short from a swing perspective from up here, right? Us having equal lows here or unable to make a lower low should probably tell you, probably not a bad idea to get out, right? If I want to short now, okay, I'm looking for two things. Okay, one, no matter what, please have your stop right here, please. But if I'm short, okay, I'm going to look for potential targets. Okay, that's what I want to look for. So I know my stop's up here. Okay, ideally, I either want to target this demand, wait for demand to be taken out, and then target down to here. Okay, kind of this area, right? So if price does come down here, right, play on a pullback down to here, right? If you want to target this demand, right, and you're in right now, right, I would just be cautious of this demand being formed here, right? Again, be careful shorting stocks at all-time highs. Again, that is the right idea. That is the right idea. You want to short at highs and long at lows, but make sure you get some type of confirmation, right? You should be careful. Just be careful. Please have your stop up here, so you don't continue to bag hold. Okay. Not financial advice, but financial advice. Again, when price is ripping, don't get caught fighting the trend. I think Jordan did a video on that. Julie, that's a good question. It does and it doesn't. Okay. It does due to the fact that I will avoid stocks that are near earnings, like from a swing trading perspective. And yes, because it also kind of can make it harder to truly identify moves, right? A big gap up, right? It kind of makes it hard to trade when the move happens overnight. You know what I mean? It just makes it hard. It just makes it hard to do that. Yeah, look in here, see if we get anything. What other alert went off? Do you guys remember what other alert went off? Was it Google? And Google's really lagging. Hopefully that answered your question, Julian. What other alert went off when I was talking about Apple on the daily? AMD ripped. So it wasn't AMD. Maybe it was AMD on that kind of playing that stop hunt. Where's it? Tech's just ripping. You're welcome. You're welcome. I really hope we get a trade opportunity. We don't know. Days like this are just hard. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be in play today. I would love to short Google here, but with the rest of the market ripping, kind of want to be cautious. Could potentially play this short here. Apple. I think this is probably our best play for the day, especially with the market ripping, price to come up, come down. If we take out this low, now I just need this high to break, right? But it doesn't look like we are, right? See how we have that? So we're starting to have that shift in trend, right? So we have a higher low. We come up here, right? Got a really solid opportunity for a 2-hour trade, maybe a 1 to 1.5-hour trade. But we'll see. If this makes a new low, kind of two ways to play it. Again, either hold off because demand is holding here, or just give you more confirmation. Kind of just depends. Google up into supply. Okay. Could potentially play something at the break here, play that gap fill. We really like to see buyers get trapped above. Again, I don't like to stop on supply, but just this high and then push back lower. We'll see. We'll see what happens. See what happens. Let me put my alert up here. So I'm really starting to like Apple. Amazon would have been. See, let's look at Amazon, right? So again, obviously it looks like shorts were good, right? But let's look at this, right? Because what do we have? Right, we have a big candle right here. We have a big candle. Right, that's all that gap up is. It's a big candle, right? So, right, to get an actual shift in trend, we need a low to take out a high, and then that new high to break us, to break that low. We don't get that, right? We don't get that. So, what if this is just a pullback on my higher time frame, right? Which I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. All right, that's kind of holding me off Google too, is because I'm looking for that again. I'm looking for that stop on. Right, again, if you ever struggle with gaps, just draw that candle right there. Same thing if we gap down. All there is a candle right there. Then you can start to look at, okay, do we actually change trend? Is this actually giving me confirmation? Let's look back at Apple. Consolidation here. I'm sure we have some news that today's Wednesday. Yeah, just stuff at 9:45, some PMI stuff. I think mortgage stuff came out this morning. Let's see. So you guys promise I'm not lagging, because on my camera I lag. Like when I move my hand, it's not moving fast. It's really annoying. I will just tell you, probably don't touch Netflix today. Don't touch Netflix. Again, I've been there. I promise you, it's just going to make you lose money. Exactly. Yeah, it's so annoying. I wish I didn't have to have my camera on, because it bothers me seeing the lag. Because I talk with my hands a lot, but appreciate that. haven't looked at SPY in a moment. So just waiting for price to push down. Apple, what is Apple doing now? All right, if you guys remember from the supply and demand videos, right? The more time price spends at a zone, the weaker it becomes, right? So this consolidation is making me less bullish on this Apple trade, making me less excited about it. So I'm going to really need buyers to step in here. Really need to see volume pick up. And it might. We always have a data spike at 9 or 10 Eastern. I don't know if we'll get that today or not, but we typically always get something. I mean, if we can take out this low, I mean, it's just hard because I'm long and short and long and short, and I don't like diverging. Boom. This is exactly what I'm meaning, right? We didn't get a pullback, but this is what I mean, right? We have move higher, pullback, higher low, stop hunt, break, right? Ideally, you'd like to see a pullback and then like this, but this is exactly what I mean. This is what you want to see, right? This is what you want to see. You want to see a supply form and then stop on it, you know, or the high form, stop on it and push lower, right? Ideally, you want to pull back. Of course, you don't get that. Tesla hardly ever does, but that's what you want to see. You know, hopefully that helps you see kind of my picture, right? If we pull that away from the chart, right, we kind of space it out a little bit so it's easier to see, right? We clearly see that shift in trend, right? We clearly see it. So we have low, high, higher low. Again, this is kind of just a fake trend. Higher low, or sorry, high, higher low, higher high. Our higher high takes out our higher low, right? Then if we pull back, we can short it, but obviously no pullback, no fair value, no discount. So Tesley's done. Again, with that dumping, you will probably dump it. Q's, anything? Again, I guess you could play the stop hunt here, kind of same mentality. Sometimes can happen later in the day, but I'm not a big target gap fill guy. I'd rather play the bounce from gap fills like this, but we'll see. This is making me less excited about longs for sure. And if you guys don't follow me, go ahead and follow me on Twitter as well. My goal is to put out threads on a regular basis to help you guys out. I'm sure a lot of you guys met Jordan through social media. That's how I met him personally. Let me put that in the chat. But if you guys can, give me a follow because I'm putting out a lot of stuff here to help you guys out. Again, this whole thing is kind of our way to show back some love to you and help you guys grow and learn as traders for 100% free. So again, my Twitter can help with that as well. Give me a follow there. See what happens at 9. 9 may give us that spike. Anything else you guys are looking at? Swing or day? ABT daily. ABT daily, like day trade or daily chart? It looks like, Glenn, you're more of a swing trader, so I would assume daily chart. Cool. Yeah, man. So, right, we kind of form supply here on that gap down. All right, we form some supply, right? But we still have demand down here. Right, we're also making new highs, right? Again, if I was short, right, if I was bearish, right? Ideally, I get short kind of at this right there, target down here. Again, we're kind of in that in between because you kind of want to be careful. Where are you long from? Glenn, where are you? What was your entry? $108. Okay, let me look at it. All right, so we're long from 108. Okay, I like it. I like the rally base, rally base, rally base, rally. I like it. So if I'm long at 108, okay, if I got long at 108, I would assume you got long there, right? Again, probably your stop is here, here. Any reason why we're not taking profit there, right? You could have. That's a 1 to 2.5 hour trade. Now, if your stop is down here, you need a lot bigger move. You need a lot bigger move. But if your stop, where is your potential stop? What invalidates your trade idea? What's your target? Do you have a target in mind? Walk me through your process. Then you with me? Oh. Okay, so stop below kind of this, below that move. Stop is 100. I appreciate that, Ashley. Appreciate it. So if this is my trade plan and I have no target on this, more of a trend trade, right? There's nothing. So we have some price action up here. Okay, there's a couple ways you can play this, right? Again, this is what I mean by stops, right? What stop invalidates my trade idea? Right? If I have no target on a trade, I probably shouldn't take it, right? Until I do. Right? Before I ever get an entry, I definitely need to have a stop, something to invalidate it, and I definitely need a target, right? Again, targets can change throughout. So it can be here, here, target here. You could have targeted here. But I definitely need a stop, right? So on the weekly chart, right, my only maybe valid stop is here because this could kind of be a base. Okay, this could kind of be a low. If I look at a daily, right, I can kind of see that. But, what can happen? We rip higher, we pull back, push higher, right? And you're going to get stopped out. And you're going to be like, what the heck? I was right. I was right, right? If our target is 150, so basically new highs, kind of what you're targeting. Is that new highs? New highs. Okay. I don't know what your size is or your risk on here, but if I was in this trade and I was targeting 150, I would have my stop below this low. Have a 1 to 2 hour trade. Right? That's how I would play it personally. If this was my trade plan, that's how I would do it personally. Because this low, if we break this low, this invalidates my trade idea. Right? This invalidates my trade idea. Price getting below 100 doesn't invalidate my trade idea. price getting below $80, $90, $88, that can invalidate my trade idea. So again, I don't know your sizing. I don't know if you need to be a little bit risk off now or what, but that's how I would play it, right? I would look at, okay, what point invalidates my trade idea, right? It's priced below that low, right? If price doesn't get below that low, and I don't know if you're in options or shares or whatever, but I have plenty of room up, right? I have plenty of room, right? Now, if price starts to continue to rip higher, right? You target 150, and we come and take this high or this high, go move your stop up, right? Move your stop up. That's okay, right? That's okay. But again, for now, I would personally, so I would trade it personally. Again, not saying you have to, but how I would do it personally, I would put my stop below the point that invalidates my trade idea, right? Not here. That's just me. Good luck with this though. It looks like a good setup. Looks like a good setup, honestly. Pretty good setup. All right, let's see here. You're welcome, my man. You're welcome. Let's look back at, is Apple doing anything fun yet? I think we went lower on Apple. Yeah, we did. I bet Google. No, Google's still stagnant. Still up there. Nothing. AMD starting to fall. Nope. So again, with Apple, again, like I said, the more time we spend here, the less bullish I become. But yeah, if we can take out these highs, I don't hate them. I don't hate it for longs. I don't hate it. So let me put another right here. If we, again, I just really want to see buyers convince me that they're in, right? That's all I really want to see. Microsoft was another one. Yeah, nothing. Amazon probably went all the way down. Nope. Amazon's starting to bounce. I am in a couple swings. Oh, I'm still in Dollar General. I've been in that for a long time. I'm just in a shares swing. This is kind of my Dollar General. It's just more of a relative strength play. So when the market was down, when the market was down, it was ripping up. So I just got in. I'm gonna hold this for probably the next 2-3 years. But Blackstone, I'm in. Yes, I can here in just a second, Carmel. I'm in a 180 120 call. I'm sorry, I'm actually in the 115. Let me update that. I plan to get in. I'm in a 115 call, but kind of that same idea. Looking to target up here, got 180 days. It was about 1,300. I'm just in one contract. I'm up like 0.3%, up like $30. But again, trade plan was okay, demand, bounce, we break structure here and here, kind of pull back 50%, look to get long and target up here. Again, I'll probably move my stop break even at 126 and then target up to kind of this or this right here. 129 before that second gap fill there. Carmelo, look at Meta based on the fact it broke through tonight and we already got a stop up below 3. When would you go long? So probably would have already gotten long, but this wouldn't be a stop. Your stop on would occur down here. But we do have kind of equal highs. Say liquidity. All right, liquidity, push lower, move higher. So I know you guys know about the 50% retracement. So you could have taken that. I don't trust that very much, but I don't like it kind of like in this perspective on a gap up day. But again, I like entering at discounts. So I want to see price, then react. Right. So right now, even though we formed demand and we ripped higher, right? Like, yeah, this would have been a solid 50% retrace trade. It would have been like this. But it would have been more of a, in my opinion, just like longer term. You have to zoom out a little bit more. Now like the move happened, right? I wouldn't go long. Like now, I'm not looking to go long here, right? Um, you could enter at the 50% retrace here, and it's risky. I'd rather enter at a lower time frame demand or demand down here. Um, so when we stop hunt, when I want to play a stop hunt, I'm looking for if we're in an uptrend. I'm looking for price to now stop hunt in an uptrend and go to a downtrend and play that. If we're in an uptrend, right, and I'm looking for a stop hunt, I'm looking for price to be in a downtrend, stop hunt it, and then reverse. Right. So when we're already in an uptrend, we don't stop hunt anything for moves higher. Right. All that was is a pullback. Hopefully that makes sense, Camilla. But hopefully that makes sense. Perfect. And it can be a valid demand, right? It can be, right? But we want to look at, really shifts in trend, right? When we use supply and demand, right? Or when we look at market structure, right? You're just going to have a higher win rate. Supply and demand just by itself, maybe about a 40 to 50% win rate. Market structure just by itself, 40 to 50% win rate. Add them together, that's where you get that 60 to 70% win rate, right? That's what you want. That's what you want. Yes, you can be profitable with a 50% win rate. It's just your confidence going to stink. It's going to be terrible, right? So when you add them together, you're gonna win. And so with this, right, I really like to see price come into demand and then rip higher. If we were, because the thing is, right, like if I look at it like this, and no, this is kind of my shift. Just say it's my shift, and I enter. I stop here, right? It's just hard because price could, yeah, we shift. Okay, we come back up. Price could come back down and do that. And also, where do I put my target? Right? I would have to maybe zoom out a lot more. Or I think we're at all-time high. So it's like, where do I put my target? Right? Is my stop valid? And these are questions you ask yourself for every position you take. Right? Where do I put my target? Is my stop valid? Does it invalidate my idea? That's what you want to look at. Let's see. I'm itching for Apple to work out, man. I don't know if it will. This is not giving me good vibes. Not giving me good vibes. I'm gonna get my thing ready just in case. Get my option ready. Oh, I'm actually up. Sorry, I'm actually up $62 on my Blackstone trade, which is nice to see. For a total, which is like $1,000 trade, up $75 now. What's my percent? I don't have it. I guess I don't have that as an option. Yeah, now market's starting to rip. So yeah, Google's probably done for shorts. In Apple, I'm really tasty. I think it was last week. AMD was like kind of at the end of the stream. But see, this is what you want to see. Buyers are starting to step in. All right. So now that buyers have stepped in, do they give me confirmation that they're going to continue to push price higher? All right. If so, let's take the trade. If not, sit on hands. Yeah, see, that's looking really good. So you could, let me see what the risk reward would be if getting in here. Could play it. I don't love 1-to-1. You need at least 1-to-1 on all your trades. I typically like more kind of like that. Let's see. We could pull back. My stop would be here. Let's see. But yeah, no, this would be Apple. Oh, let's see. I'd be to 5 contracts for next Friday. So this would be kind of my breaking structure here. If we get that. Or you could even go here. Which are really just relative to what you want. All of them would be. All of them would count as a strong shift in trend. I guess you could go. That's just a little bit more risky because we have supply right here. Qs, new highs. All right, Apple, stop lagging on me. There we go. Yeah, this is not an alert. I'm gonna go ahead and take that here. I think I like it. I like it. My broker works. Yeah, it's about a $2,000 position. I like it. I think it looks good. I'm in at, see, this one has my percentage. I got in at 3.95 on next Friday, 195 calls. Again, I probably shouldn't give the numbers that I'm doing, but this looks solid. A couple, I think I'll probably keep this as my target, as this is my fresh supply. Again, the biggest thing here is, again, this could definitely be a loser, but if it's a loser, I'm okay, right? I'm okay with this being a loser. Don't think it will be, but I'm okay with it being a loser. It looks pretty solid. Let me, and then I think Jordan did a thread. He made a video too on setting automatic orders if you use Thinkorswim OCOs. So that's what I'm going to put in now. So my order rule is going to be, so once Apple is at or above, I always kind of round it down. So 196, it's kind of right here at 196 even. Close this option at market price. Or if price gets at or below 194.6, close it market price. All right. Oh crap, I got at or above, sorry, at or above 196. Close it, or at or below 194.6. All right. It looks solid. That's what patience does for you. Patience pays. Patience pays. We'll see what happens. No, I don't look at VWAP at all. Nope, don't look at VWAP. This is my chart. Like I don't have any indicators. VWAP is honestly probably the best indicator to use because it's based off volume, and I use volume. But I don't personally use VWAP. What was that you said? Can you explain a little more, with example, what you said earlier about thinking like a market maker? Yeah. So let me just go up here and draw. Right. So retail traders, right? Price is trending up. Retail traders, they buy here. Why is that so large? Retail traders buy here, right? Institutions buy here. Bro, what the frick? Why does it do that? Institutions buy there. Okay. In our brains, we see red chart, red price. We see get short, right? That's what institutions want you to think. So we're buying up here. That's where institutions are selling. As you are buying, let me actually draw it like this. As you are buying, right, you buy this breakout, institutions sell that. Right, that's how market works. For every buyer, there is a seller. For every seller, there is a buyer. Right? As price is pushing higher and starts to look really good, starts to look great, institutions are selling off their position for you to buy. Right? What happens? Price pushes up. Your stop loss is here. Institutions are now buying your stop loss. I hate that it does that. Institutions are buying your stop loss. Right? They're buying. You get stopped out. Institutions are buying. Market makers are buying your stop loss. Now price is going to push higher. Right? That's one example of how this works. I really hope some of you guys caught Apple. I really hope some of you guys did. I'm up $100 right now with 5 contracts. Anyways, another example of this, right, is in areas of consolidation. Right. I guarantee you guys, you've all watched YouTube videos. I did as well. Is when we are consolidating, right, to buy the breakout. Guarantee so much. Oh, so frustrating. So much of you guys have seen a video that says this: buy the breakout. Right. Just buy the breakouts. Always buy the breakouts. Right. What happens when you buy the breakouts is this: market makers force you to buy the breakouts. That's where their sell is, right? They're selling you to buy, right? For every buyer, there's a seller, right? What happens? We break out. Everyone gets long. Okay. Market makers then pushes down, right? So then everyone's trapped up here. They push price lower. It works the same way the other direction. Big consolidation. Big consolidation. Again, everyone's like, oh, they're building a position. It's gonna go crazy. Stop everyone out, pushes higher. Right? It happened on SPY just a few weeks ago. So again, while you're getting long because they're building position, anyone know how to fix that? That's so annoying. While you're building a position, you get stopped out. Market makers are putting us back higher. Hopefully this makes sense for you, but James, hopefully that makes sense. But SPY's looking solid, or Apple's looking solid. I don't want to give alerts, but I want to give alerts because I want you guys to win. And I want you guys to see what I see. It's a hard kind of mix. What was my target? 196, right? We're almost to my target. Should be filled here in a second. See. And I have plenty of time here. Should be fine. I guess I should have done 10 contract. Man, options are it's just hard for me to, the risk management side is just hard for me to calculate my head on the fly. Like I'm only up like $210 So full target will probably be about 300. It's okay. I'm happy, but I could have definitely done 10 contracts and been fine. That's okay though. That's okay. What drop, Robert? You're talking about like I was drawing, and Christoph, no, I just look at price action. That's all I look at. And I don't look at anything else. Um, so yeah, so Robert, the one I was talking about, yes, that can typically be the case, right? That can typically be the case, right? So as let's just say, boom, price consolidates, right? Everyone gets in longs, pull back 50%, push higher. Everyone gets stopped out. All right, that's what I was talking earlier about the one trade, I forgot what it was. And I forgot who it was. Glenn was in that swing trade, and I was like, "Hey, what invalidates your trade, right? What invalidates it, right? His stop didn't invalidate it, right? That was gonna, but this can happen, right? That happens a lot. Institutions start to buy here, push higher. That happens a lot. It happens so much. So liquidity is just being informed. Sorry, wrong thing. Being informed. A lot of money coming in the market. Stop everybody out. Institutions collect the money there, pushes higher. Come on, baby. Give me a pop. Give me a pop. That's also what I like about OCOs is like I can look away and be fine, right? That's what's so nice about OCOs. We'll see what happens. That should have. I really could have targeted. It's not 1-to-1. I really could have targeted there before that supply, but I'm fine targeting up here. I'm just targeting 196 even. Whole number. It'll be fine. That'll hit. Yeah, hopefully you guys are learning stuff from this. That's my main goal. I think with education comes the financial gain. Yeah, up about 275. Jordan played TLM. He took an L on TLM. Good setup, just didn't work out. Transparent dude, I love it. Transparent dude. Well, what other do you guys have any other questions? I'm typically want to go to about 9:30 or 10:30, about an hour in. Appreciate that, Richie. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, let's go ahead. One last DXY on the daily. All right, but only if freaking Apple is my target. Honestly, never traded a dollar index. I always see it as it's always kind of moving in a balance. In all honesty, how do you trade this? Do you just trade futures on it? Or it's like a forex thing. I've honestly I've never traded this. I've looked at it, kind of as a reference point, but it would just be like forex trading, right? Got one more cent. Come on. Come on, Apple. One more cent. There we go. Got filled. Hope you guys heard that. Got filled for a nice 310 bagger. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah, so make sure if you guys are on Apple, look to get out. But good job on Apple. Love it. DXY, looking at it. Again, since I won't focus on supply and demand. I got you actually here in just a second. It comes down to risk to reward. What was I saying? So looking here, right? So we have our highs. We have supply up here. Higher time frame supply. Okay, we know looks like demand formed here. Right, that's a really solid retest of that demand, right? So this demand zone is strong because not only is it a fast move, but it creates that shift in trend, right? So that's telling me that demand is really strong right there, right? So this opportunity here would have been fantastic, right? Would have been fantastic for longs up to here. You could even go down to like a lower time frame and start to look at, okay, whoa, how did I do that? Right, so my new low created a shift. I would wait for probably that high to break. If you're looking like, again, swing trade it, wait for that high to break. Freaking just enter, put your stop down here, and target up to that. Bro, why is my trading? Target up to here. That'd be a solid 1 to 2 hour trade. That'd be solid right there. But kind of look for that reaction. Again, it's about the reaction from demand. It's about that confirmation. That's what you want to look for. It's about that confirmation. So going back to Apple, hopefully that helped there, Glenn. Going back to Apple. Wow, so glad I got out. Again, we reacted from supply. So my confirmation to get in without the pullback. Okay, let me get into that. Right. So, in our mentorship training, okay, and what Jordan taught me, there's 3 different types of entries, all based off risk to reward. Again, I'm giving you guys a ton of information right here that I really shouldn't, but you guys have been here for over an hour, and I love you guys. Okay, so there's 3 types of entries. Okay, there's 3 types of entries. They're all based off risk to reward. Okay, they're all based off risk to reward. If you have at least a 1-to-1, again, I always like to shoot for a little bit higher, but at least a 1-to-1, you can take the first entry. The first entry is at the trend change, so at the break of structure. Again, so we have demand bounce plus break of structure. Okay. The second entry is on a 50% retracement. Okay. So again, same thing needs to happen. We need to have demand bounce. We need to have a break of structure. Prior to hitting our target, right, we can have a 50% retracement. That's kind of what I had drawn here. Right. Actually, I'll get to what I had drawn here in a second. Okay. So let's just say from this high we pulled back. Right. My second entry would have been here. Right. Bingo. Okay. My second entry would have been there. Okay. Now I have a 1 to 2 hour trade. Right. The pullback's never promised. That's why if I have at least 1-to-1, I take it at the break. Okay. And then my third entry is a lower time frame demand zone. Again, that could have been, here or, down here. Again, my stop, no matter what, is down here. Okay. My stop is always below the low that creates that break, creates that shift. Okay. Because this point invalidates my trade idea. Right. That's what matters. So if we pull back, again, prior to hitting our target, if we already hit our target, you don't want to play this retracement. You don't want to play that. We already hit our target. The trade's done. If we pull back prior to hitting our target, again, I can enter at the 50% at the lower time frame demand. My stop is here. The win rate is the same regardless. Okay, it's about a 65% win rate. If you want a higher risk to reward, you wait for a pullback. Right? If you want a 1 to 2, you always want to wait for a pullback. I'm fine with taking this because I know over time, if I have at least a 1-to-1, typically like a 1-to-1 1.2 minimum. I think my average is a 1 to 1.4, according to TradeZella. Then I know I'm going to be profitable long term. Okay, I may have some big losses along the way, but I know I'm going to be profitable long term. Okay, and that's what matters. That's what matters. So that it kind of covers why I enter without a pullback. The second kind of rule, right, is okay. So prior to breaking structure, right, prior to that trend change, if we form our low, a high, a higher low, and then break, okay, and that higher low retraces 50%, okay, it becomes, again, I'm giving you guys so much. This becomes a strong low, okay? This becomes a strong low, right? If that's the case, that's what I was looking for, okay? That's what I wanted to see because it would help my risk reward. Instead of putting my stop below this low, I can put it below my strong low, okay? Basically what I'm doing here is I'm playing the probability that if my strong low gets taken out, so will this one, right? So it helps me with my risk reward. Now, if that would happen, I have a 1 to 2 almost risk reward, 1 to 1.7 versus a 1 to 1.2. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And volume profile does not reflect supply and demand. It would reflect high or low volume nodes, not supply and demand. Awesome. Hopefully that helped, Ashley, and anyone else that was paying attention. I literally just gave you a bunch of stuff, and hopefully, again, you can rewatch this if you need to. Again, it's going to be posted, but hopefully that helps you guys. Other than that, good overall session. Hopefully you guys caught Apple with me, and yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. We'll go ahead and wrap it up today. If there's any questions, I'm going to post this link in the vault. Okay. Just respond to that post, and I can answer any questions. Just respond to that post, and I can answer it in the thread. You can comment on the live stream once it's posted as well. And again, make sure you like this so other people can see it. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. Appreciate you guys. Love that you're here. I love that way I can help you develop as a trading crew. But best of luck the rest of the week, and I'll see you guys in the vault. Peace.